Have you ever looked at your images and thought, how good are my images really? Am I as good as I think I am? You know, today we're going to have a look at that, and stick with me. We're going to have a look at 3 of my own images, all portrait-based work, but you can apply this to landscapes, to absolutely anything. But today we're going to look at portraits in particular because it's a very personal thing, and it brings a whole different challenge to photography other than, let's say, wildlife or landscapes and still lifes or product work and stuff like that, because you're actually dealing with another person. So we have a look at these images now of mine. We're going to take 3 images. We have a look at the screen here. And we got this guy sitting in the snow. Now, well, I'm going to break down all these images, so stick with me on this. We got a studio lit image, and we got an image planned also and shot, swimming pool, location based work. So I looked at this question for myself many years ago, and I thought, but I looked at some of these photographers, and I bet you've asked yourself the same thing. But my work looks as good as theirs, or this is as good as theirs, but mine's not very much different, or anything like that. And I'm going to break down sort of 3 key areas where you can improve your work, because I believe that most people's work is a lot better than they think it is actually. Not everyone is going to be a commercial photographer or in the top 10 photographers, let's say like Platon or Marco Grob or one of these kind of people. But if you want to improve your work, I mean, you can be a hobbyist, you can be a beginner, you can do anything. But I mean, as a beginner, you need to learn a lot more. If you are a hobbyist and coming to like a semi-pro kind of level, this is the video where you really need to take a hard look at your work and decide what you want to do, especially if you want to start charging money or you already are charging money. Because you've got to be honest with yourself, is your work really that good, and what direction do you want to go in, and how can you improve? Because it's beyond editing and stuff like that. So we're going to start off here, and I'm going to say the biggest thing you got to do is, first of all, be honest with yourself. Really sit and be honest. Look at your work, something that's comparable to somebody else's, whether it's a studio-based portrait or location-based portraits, whatever it is, and somebody that's really, really good. And look at their work and go, what are they doing that's different than mine? Now, I don't mean you must go and imitate them. What I mean is your work really that good? Will you achieve the level you want to because you can get there? It's not a technical thing. Is it something that you need to improve? Is it a little bit of your editing? Is it the type of clients you're booking? Is it how you present your work? I'm gonna say that you need to really take a look and not pixel peep your pictures. When it comes to portrait work, are you actually engaging with the person? Are you actually talking with them? Are you actually putting an image out there without having to explain it, that people can look at it and go, wow, that's pretty cool? Whether you're on the top of your game or on like the top of the photography market, or you are, just somebody that's got a good business going, do people really look at your work and go, wow, other than the people that are actually in the images? Because then you can look at yourself and go, my work's pretty good. Like this image now, we have a look here with a guy. I was on location. I was out and about, and I knew I was looking for some street portraits of strangers. I didn't know this guy at all. Walking around a market, of course, one of the areas, and it was a very, very cold day, and I thought, and I saw these guys playing some chess, and they were chatting and all this kind of thing, and this guy was very good at his game, so I just stood and watched that. Obviously my camera's hanging by my side, not some little pocket thing, a proper sized DSLR, and stood and watched the guys, and I was enjoying the scene. And I walked up to all of them. There was about 3-4 guys, and I said, hey, listen, do you guys mind if I take some images of you guys? And they all were like, yep, sure. So they knew I was there, so I wasn't trying to hide away with a 400mm lens from across the street or some nonsense, or zoom in and crop later or whatever it is. So sat there, and for about 20 minutes I didn't take a picture. I just stood there looking at the game, watching what, and getting involved with them. And once I realized after a couple of minutes that they forgot I was really there, because I was actually engaging what they were doing, I asked the guy, could you just sit here for 2 seconds? And literally, I took 3 pictures of the guy, and this was one of them. And But that was because I was literally putting myself in their environment. So there is a key to where you can take your work and elevate it. So if we go to the next one, it's a studio lit portrait. This girl's got the most beautiful eyes. I mean, the most beautiful, expressive eyes I've ever seen. And this was just shot simply with one light. Nice little material background. It's got some grungy vibe to it. And one very, very large beauty dish. Not the 50 centimeter or whatever. I can't remember the size of it, but it's massive. It's really big. Obviously super close. You can see the catchlight now, but it allows to bring out more detail and sort of grit on her face. But I was sitting probably 4 foot from her. And if you really want intense portraits, you got to get like that close, like really close. So it's another way to really get your work elevated. But at the same time, when you're taking portraits like this or on a street, you've got to understand your gear. Do you understand your camera? Can you put it to your eye and not squint the one eye like this and camera here, but can you take that camera and know how to use manual? There's so many videos online. Oh yeah, but you can just use aperture, priority, and auto, IS, auto this. Yes, you can, but it's always going to mean you're going to edit later more than you need to. So if you can get your exposure and look at it and see the meter in there, but keep your other eye open and actually talk to the person, because then you're actually watching the environment. Lift the camera to your eye, not looking through the screen, because that's not real. And be within that personal distance, which is from 4 foot right up to their face almost. And that distance, when you're really, really close, that's when you get real with somebody. And that's when you can get a beautiful portrait like this and many others. It's when you get that close. So understand your gear. Do you plan the lighting before? Do you know what you want to shoot? Like with this, I knew I wanted deep dark blacks with grungy vibe, but I planned that before, and I didn't go then go, oh, let's just try this and let's just try that, because the person who's going to sit for the portrait is not going to be pretty happy with you. You're going to get shitty images straight up. So do you understand light? Do you see the light? Do you understand when you're looking and go, wow, you know what I mean, and not go, oh, I'll edit that later. No. See the light, understand it. And in that way, you can lift your portraits again to another level. Very much. When we go to the next one, of this guy, a swimmer, doing a portrait session with him in the pool. Great swimmer, amazing technique, very, very top of his game. And yeah, we took a lot of fab portraits. Some of it was lit with flash, this one was actually shot with natural light, but inside in a dim environment, really. I mean, you had to jack the ISO right up, get the image, but that made the image, because sometimes depth comes from detail in grain and noise and grit and grunge and vibe like that. That's, you know, people just trying to get rid of. Plastic fantastic is not the way forward, really. You know, I mean, we all know Instagram is, everyone's perfect and no one's got a zit and nobody's got a, you know, the world's tired of this. Shoot real pictures, you know, like this. You know, he might have a blemish on his face, but it's there. You know, you might have a mark from banging into the lane guards or whatever, it's there. Because it's real. And if you look at that portrait, you've got this beautiful look on his face. I mean, most people would never pose a person like that, but it gives you a real understanding of who he is, what he's doing, without showing and having to explain. You can see he's a swimmer. You can see it's a portrait. Do you need to see his feet? No. Do you need to see everything? No. But he's a cool portrait, 100%. Does it fit within the rule of thirds and this whatever golden nugget triangle, or whatever they call it? Listen, you don't need to stick with that kind of nonsense. You need to get real with people. You need to understand what you want to create and know how to create it. Not sticking with rules and then have to go, oh, I need to edit this, you know what I mean? And oh, what a bunch of nonsense, you know. So, let's have a sip of tea here before we carry on. You got to have a look at, like, what do you want to create? How do you want to create it? And can you create it? And the biggest tip I'm going to give you, if you look at all these things and you know you're pretty much there and you're creating work that you're really happy with and you understand your work is good and you go on a level where you go, but my work is just as good as these people. I'm going to say to you that a lot of times there are many photographers out there that are very, very, very good. And I'm going to be ballsy enough to just say it, my work is good. I understand it is, because I know it is. And as a photographer, I think you've got to be a bit ballsy and a bit out there and go, you know what, yes, my work is that good. But the difference comes in is, if you really want to take your work to the next step, then what you got to do is understand, what am I shooting? You might be a very good photographer that can take amazing landscapes and portraits and still lives and product work, but is that what you should be doing? The biggest thing you can be doing for yourself is deciding, what do I want to shoot? So with all these things, if you, for argument's sake, any one of these portraits, 3 different types of portraits, I had to decide, what did I want to take? But now you take it one step further. Do you just want to do portraits? Do you just want to do mothers and babies? Do you just want to do dogs? Do you just want to do landscapes? Do you just want to do commercial advertising? Do you just want to, whatever that is, the biggest difference between the people that are really, really well known, like for argument's sake, let's say Marco Grob or Platon or these kind of people, basically, they decided, I just want to shoot people, just portraits. I don't want to shoot dogs and pets, although I can, or whatever it might be. I don't want to be a documentary photographer. And that's the biggest key. Apart from the other 3 things, where you need to be honest with your work, understand your gear, and what are you trying to create? What are you, instead of relying on editing and all these things, what do you want to do? The old saying is, get it right in camera, and people will nowadays all like, oh, you can do it in post. Forget it. If you can get it in camera, why do you want to do it in post? Absolutely, you have to edit, but you don't go and say, oh, now I need to fix the image. You should be maybe enhancing the image, not fixing. But that's the advice I can give you. That's why I believe many of you, your work is much better than you think it is, and most people probably agree. But not everyone's going to be a Platon or a whatever. You know, nobody's going to reach those heights. But in all these people's work, you know what I mean, like Annie Leibovitz, I guess her name. I mean, there's a lot of faults in her image too. You know, whether technically, oh, they cut off half the hand or whatever, but that's how she shoots. You know, is it technically right according to the rules or whatever? No, but so what? She keeps getting the work, doesn't she? Because she shoots her style, her way, and what she wants to shoot, and she specializes in certain things and certain looks, and that's it. Same as all these people. So if you really want to lift your work, just be honest with your work, with what you want to do. Look at it and be honest. Say, how can I improve? How do I want to specialize? And then shoot that. And then that way, you will raise your work to a different standard, to a different level. I shoot a lot of landscapes, a lot of other things too. And I do a lot of art, but I love people-based work. So they can fall into a bunch of different genres really. But it's people-based work first, and then art-based stuff, where it's just like maybe abstract seascapes or something. I love stuff like that. Do I do a bunch of other things? Absolutely, because it's just fun. But those are the 2 areas that I like to fall into with my work. Remember, practice, always get your work out there by posting the very best of the stuff, not just all the nonsense. Because everybody, they don't care who you are, how good you are, you're always going to have some rubbish images, you're going to have some good ones, but be consistent with your stuff and be honest. But take those tips, practice them, and I know you can get your work even better than it is and elevate your work. And once your work gets seen more and more because it's specialized, then the right people and the right doors will open for you. I hope this has helped you in some way, and if I can help you guys with anything else, give us a shout. I'm always one comment away, and I'll catch you in the next video.